Next, we will go to textbook adoptions. And that's Dr. Melton.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, board members, Dr. Hefner, the instructional department has been very busy making sure we're implementing our policy regarding how we select textbooks in School District 5, using those that are approved by the State Department of Education. So if you'll join me in Exhibit E, you will find 15 different titles that we are recommending for us to consider for approval and adoption for the coming school year. The areas of focus generally are cursive handwriting, grades 2 through 5, social studies in 6th and 7th, economics, grades 9 through 12, and then some agriculture for education at the center included as well. I'm fortunate tonight to have Dr. Cox here, our ELA coordinator, Melanie Sanford here, our social studies coordinator, and Dr. Couch, our director of the center, is here behind me as well. As we've gone through this process, we've made sure that teachers are involved with the process, administrators, and certainly community members, including parents, and have sought their input for the proposals we bring forward to you tonight. If you've noticed with the exhibit, all 15 of the 15 requests that we're bringing to you do include technology. That was something of great interest to us to make sure that we are using 21st century skills, but also maximizing the resources that we have available for our instructional program. We've also made sure that we've looked at assessments to make sure that we're preparing students for whatever assessment South Carolina may decide to implement in the next few years. So wide, varied assessment program. And then, of course, the resources to support our teachers and their instruction to make sure they're varied, but things that teachers can use easily, not things that they're going to have to sift through for understanding or to have to find things of their own. So I open it now back up, Madam Chair, for any discussion or questions you all may have for me or for the coordinators in attendance tonight.
All right. Did anyone on the board have questions for Dr. Melton? Ms. Hammond.
Mine's more of a question. Are we, not how we decide on them, but are we now looking at certain grade levels having a textbook set in the room instead of individual books that go home? Are we doing that now in the district? I'm just curious because it would be, cost instead of the kids taking them home in lockers and there's so much technology now and we're using the tablets in my class. I was just wondering if it's impacting the number of textbooks we buy or we weren't looking at every kid having one to take home and just using a textbook set and then each class uses them.
We do have some textbook sets, but although the board has been involved with this, our community at large may not understand. The funds for textbook come from the state of South Carolina, so we're not using local funds to purchase these textbooks. But we do use text sets such as you're similar accustomed to doing, Mrs. Hammond, in our classrooms when it warrants and needs. So for example, in some of our classes that may have really thick textbooks that can weigh down a student and cause back problems and all those kind of things with book bags, when there are extra textbooks that we've ordered, such as drop-in enrollment, we'll shift books around to other schools across the district. Dr. Cox is our textbook coordinator in addition to being our ELA coordinator, so she handles and manages a lot of this as well. Our preference, of course, is for every student to have a textbook, but moving towards these, many of these offer the technology devices and the resources for that. However, I'll add, we have to make sure we're always mindful of those students who may not have chosen to accept a device to make sure there's something available for them. We do have some students with special needs that the request is to have a set at home and at school, so that's in the IEP for the student, then we cover that as well. So we offer, I would say maybe a varied option for that, but we prefer every student to have their own so that they can have it at their access rather than having to go back to the classroom to get what they need at a time that may not be convenient for their time to study. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. If you have any between now and the next meeting, certainly contact Dr. Melton. Next on our agenda is number 17, the 2015-2016 general fund budget. And I understand we need to move out and there so we can watch the PowerPoint, but then for questions we'll return up here.